Wow, a little dark. Uh, what's going on, fam? I want to talk to you about how reality becomes manifest. And when I'm talking about manifest, I mean even your own existence, how it comes to being in the state of beingness that it is in. Because your existence and mine as well is not just a product of what I sought to become. It was a product of what everything within the field of existence, the environment itself, sought as an experience. And I'm going to explain this. First of all, we got to understand over and understand that everything that becomes manifested, in other words, anything that becomes something that you can recognize as an idea, not an idea, something that has a solidified resonance that you can actually interact with and gain some form of communication, whether it be psychic or physical touch, senses, things like that. All of these come from a very minute, tiny, tiny, tiny state of what you call an idea. Now, how the cosmos will manifest things in the reality that you may exist in. So, Earth, Mars, just things you can perceive in general, personally, is that first, there's the idea. Well, it came out of the womb of the cosmic center. From the womb of the cosmic center, this idea travels like a ripple, faster than the speed of light because thought is way faster than light. It's immediate, snap finger. So if I could think to somebody, it will be a lot faster than if even if I can emit, which I've found out that you actually can emit energy to individuals and they can sense it and then know. So that's possible as well. But this thought, this idea is rippled throughout existence and it pings which beings would like to experience that, and then also the unique way in which they would like to come across that experience. So there are times where you have been going through your existence and you felt like you did something wrong. I'm here to tell you that there's nothing that you do wrong. Everything that manifests is a response to something that got pinged by that idea from the cosmic womb as it constantly sends out these ripples of energy. And these ripples of energy hit something and it says, well, I want to experience this kind of energy in this format, looking something like this in a way in which I'm kind of screwed up so I don't recognize it, but I am aware somewhat that everything is connected. However, I may not accept it, and that'll give me an opportunity to have that kind of experience. And so you come out and you're just saying all kinds of raging lunatic like stuff one day because you were upset, maybe, or maybe you were going through schizophrenia. It happens. There are people who actually come out of those. It's not a lot. I've experienced stages like that before. A lot of spiritual individuals, like they say, there's a thin line between what you call a shaman, a mystic, and somebody who has schizophrenia or a psychopath. So the only thin line is that you come out with wisdom and whole and divine and in your purity, your sacred state, or you get swallowed up in chaos and madness and you need a little more time to go through the cycles until you come back out into a state of self-righteousness again so that you can speak your truth in a clear manner that doesn't necessarily hurt things, that would be willing to listen to it without dominative force. Okay, so and that also is a part of the cosmic manifestation. So the idea is rippled out through space and it pings everything. So even this desk, this chair, like the wall behind me, the board, the areas that the earth has that host life, areas that the earth has that host less life, like the desert, areas that or states of awareness that you may carry with you that you simply even just emit into the atmosphere. All of this is intricately planned by existence, the cosmos, by everybody, but the central processing unit, the source of all existence. And it's a beautiful thing once you begin to be able to accept that. And physical cleansing is a very big part of that. So we want to remember, at least I encourage remembrance of the fact that with the dirty body, Like, and I can really attest to this. You can have a lot of spiritual wisdom, but however, have absolutely no ability to be able to truly formulate that in a way on an energetic level that you could bring it to the world and it actually be something that the world would accept, or even just that you could even accept the way you brought it, or even that it might not just get jumbled up, or you might just be in some kind of sickly kind of state of mind where you put something up there and then you criticize it entirely until you delete it, and then you put something and you keep going through these cycles of self-judgment, which holds a lot of individuals back from their manifestations, which come from the womb of existence. Everything that you want to do came not from you, but from the womb of existence. There's things out there that want to experience this version of you. But if you hold it back, like I don't hold myself back. Never do I hold myself back. If I want to do a little side to side, they call it dancing, I call it side to side because I don't really dance. I don't really think it out like I'm trying to make a move or something like that. It just happens. And so to me, it's not dancing, it's just me being myself. And like at first it was an exercise and it still is. So when I'm doing it, I call it side to side. A little side to side. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if anybody's looking at me. And existence in the area that I did it in, whether it wants to accept it or not, or it can, is within the vibrational frequency a resonance where it can't accept that, because sometimes a thing wants something but it can't accept it outright. Some things want to experience you and fight you the entire time that they're experiencing you, because that's the vibrational frequency that they're on, and that's your connection point. It's friction. So either you experience that friction and you move forward in a state of enlightenment from that experience, or you experience that friction and you get a little burned and your circuits get fried, and then you got to recharge first of all because you probably lost some energy. And then after that, you got to reboot because your system's probably shut down in some areas. And then after that, you got to restructure because that probably screwed up a lot of the way that you were thinking about life for a bit of moment. And that threw you off of divine alignment, which is still some part of you that the cosmos in that sector, the beings that exist there, wanted to experience that as a reality in some way, although they may not be aware of it on a conscious level. So that's a very important thing about how reality manifests, is that remember that something is born from an infinitesimal small idea. It goes around and collects from all things that exist as data and energy to manifest itself. So if the more things want to see this manifest in some form or shape, it will manifest quicker. It will come into existence quicker than if only, let's say, if there's 10 people in a room, if only one individual actually will be interested in seeing something happen, then unless that individual is carrying the majority of the energy, the chances of that happening is pretty much, obviously, is 1 out of 10. However, if the other 9 wanted to see it manifest, then the energy that the idea itself is carrying now is 90% of the energy of all existence out of this 9 out of 10. Out of the 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, that's 90% of the energy of all of that existence. So it has pretty much everything it needs to manifest. Now, how it manifests is another story. It can manifest very destructively first and then become something more refined and elegant, or it can manifest as something refined and elegant and then somehow find its way into degeneration and become destructive. And then follow a cycle back into elegance again. That's all just the way that things wanted to experience that form of existence. Our opinion of existence does not matter, but how we react to existence matters a lot. I've learned that a lot along my journey, and I keep learning it, relearning it, and just because you constantly, like, without that, then there will be no way to identify yourself without something to compare yourself to. That's just reality. If everything looked the same, then we would be like a white wall. Where am I? You got to put the black dot yellow. Much love.